Hello everyone, this is Tormuse, and today, picking up where I left off. What was that message there? Sorry. Earn loot boxes gain 2.3% chance of gaining a saved game slot. I'm assuming that's a joke. This, should I be more violent? This game likes to joke around a lot. Anyway, yeah, still want to meet other races, but also kind of want to figure out how to deal with that Trandal virus thingy, and hope I didn't spread to the Earth starbase, or Earth for that matter. I hope it doesn't like turn the entire planet into a race of mindless zombies or something. It makes me wonder if the machines are hijacking like any life forms, whether they're sentient or not. Does that mean like they're going to take over animals as well as humans? Maybe it might have super intelligent cows going around or something. I mean, not super intelligent. They're just husks, but you know. Anyway, hopefully I can resolve that. Yeah, towards the end of the last session, I was kind of in a state of I don't know what to do. But I do believe it did say in the middle of my objectives, there's a thing that said the Overmind indicated a particular system. So I'm gonna head over there, I think, to figure where that is. I'll look it up again when I get into the game. Other than that, hopefully I can visit some other races. I mean, I've got upgraded fuel tank, and I've got lots of other places I can stop to refuel. I could do with some more resources. That seems to be the ever-present struggle. So, yeah, probably still do some mining along the way. Hopefully I'll find some mineral-rich plants or whatever. Maybe I shouldn't be talking during the loading screen. Maybe I should shut up so I can edit it out. Maybe I don't feel like editing it out. Maybe I'll just keep my rambles in here. Anyway, here we are, back in the game. Did I get any new ships or anything? Didn't I get a new ship? The Norris Diamond. That was. Because Norris Diamond is the one I had before. What's the Norris Diamond? Don't really care for these Zontar travelers. I might just. Can I just ditch them or something? Although the flagship with that Gatling laser, that was a pretty awesome weapon, so maybe I don't need a fleet, I don't know. Oh yeah, and I also lost the Taiwan ship, so I kind of want him back. So maybe I can just grab one from the that Taiwan
Welcome back to the training facility.
Group over there.
What sort of trial would you like to run?
Nope, I want to do it for myself. So Norris Diamond, you got Gatling laser and dual rapid laser. So what are these like? So here's. Sorry, where am I? Am I cloaked? Oh, how do I know where I am then? How do I know where I am? I mean, this is kind of awkward. Does it have that gas cloud around the edges that? Like, how do I know which way I'm facing? That's just annoying. Yeah, not a
Great
fan.
work. So, would you like to run another trial?
Yeah, no thanks.
No problem, Captain. Can I do anything else for you? No problem, Captain.
Yeah, not a fan. I mean, it's me playing against the computers. Shouldn't I be able to know? Like, I can understand not having it visible for like a two-player game where, you know, like two people are using the same computer, but like in this case, it doesn't make sense for me to not be able to see myself, be able to know where I am. And I can't. It's not like the Ilrath or the like the Ilrath from Star Control 2 or the what are they called? The Heralds from Star Control 3, where you can turn the cloak on and off. It's like,
hello, best friends.
Permanently cloaked. It's weird.
Funny meeting you here.
I need to borrow one of your ships.
Really? We'll detach a ship from our fleet right now to join you. We're going to have such an adventure.
Cool.
See you later, best friends.
Aw, they're such nice guys. Why do people dislike them so much? Oh well. Anyway, Taiwan Cuddle Drive. Oh, did I? Oh no, I did take the. Yeah, the not so cuddle drive is what I've got got on board. Why is this? Oh, is that this is this little square here? Is that the sensors? Never found any new sensors. Star Control isn't too happy about this Overmind malware infesting our ship. They're suggesting we see if one of our allies knows how to deal with this. Great. Well, they just visit all my allies and just spread the virus around. Anyway. And ruin civilization, blah blah blah. Here it is. Buried within the irritating Overmind error message we've been seeing was a reference to Alpha Naviculum 3. We should maybe investigate that. Okay, so Alpha Naviculum 3, where is that? Naviculum. Way over there. It's fine. Just use the precursor starbase to teleport here, and then I can pay it a visit. And while I'm in the area, maybe I can visit all the rest of the Lavoran thingies. I mean, I did say I want to get some more. I've got 26,000 RU, but I always do with more. And I can see if I can find that vault that the Taiwan guys were talking about. Sentinel drone and security drones count as critters, curiously. Anyway. Yeah, let's just head on up there. Accessing application records, detecting more husks for Overmind. Yeah, that's concerning. Okay, inner source starbase, autopilot, go.
Hello, welcome back.
Okay, yeah, let's just starbase things. Can I get all the things that were, oh yeah. I need one more unit of Francium. Grr. Wait, mysterious upgrades sell all? That, Anyway, I'll keep all that stuff. Yeah, why not? These things are still unavailable. Yeah, I was just kind of briefly wondering, does this get extra construction options when I, like when I visit extra? Okay, it's just same things before. I was just kind of wondering if the extra construction options that I got from the other precursor starbase get transferred over to here. Okay, well, whatever. Anyway, let's use the hypergate. Zoom. So, should I should I do the alpha naviculum thing first or do the livorum thing first? I think it makes sense to do the alpha naviculum thing first. So let's save it. Let's save, can you save? Hoping to get rid of Overmind. There we go. Yeah, it is noticeably faster, by the way. You know, those upgrades I got for helping with that. It wasn't that far, was it? We're gonna check out all the planets, but Alpha Naviculum 3 is the one that they want me to go to, so that'll be 1, 2, 3. This one here. I mean, it's one with the exclamation mark, of course. But I'm gonna check this one first because it's closer. Number 6. Okay, that's common. Who cares? This looks like a... Is this a gas giant? I mean, it looks large, so I feel it's a gas giant, but it looks rocky, so... Go figure. Alright. Biology developing? Manganese. Where's everything? Okay. So for some reason I'm having a hard time spotting those little gray triangles. More so than usual. It said biology developing. I thought that maybe there was going to see some like rudimentary life forms. Maybe they're just... Maybe they're too rudimentary for them to show up on my my critter count. Oh well. That was 6, that was 4. Where's 5? Oh, there it is, up there. Yeah, I'll go to number 3 last, I guess. No huge rush. Maybe I should be in a huge rush, I don't know. One unit of helium. Well, I mean, I suppose if these are, I don't know if these are actually supposed to represent kilotons. I mean, they do in Star Control 2. A kiloton of helium is, I don't know, seems kind of insane because it's like, it's the lightest substance known to humankind. Well, I guess hydrogen is lighter, but helium is, oh, never mind, it's number 2 on the periodic table. Helium has the benefit of being more stable than hydrogen. That's why they stopped using hydrogen in blimps. After the Hindenburg fiasco. Oh, to humanity. Yeah, there was a time when they filled blimps with hydrogen instead of helium. This turned out to be a bad idea because hydrogen is very flammable. Biology abundant. It's only common, but I'll take a look just for the biology abundant. So that's why there's that famous footage of Limp going up in flames, the Hindenburg, because it was filled with hydrogen. And that famous vintage video footage that included the guy going absolutely flipping the heck out. Oh, the humanity! There were 55 of these things? They weren't kidding when they said life forms abundant. These ones aren't... The hostiles aren't really... They don't sell for a heck of a lot, do they? Was it something like 80? Is it worth my time going around and collecting these guys? Oh, okay, watch out for the Tasmanian devil. Hello? That mandatory delay before I'm able to pick it up is a little eh. Anyone else? Let's just launch myself off this. Whee! Oh, okay, just grab this guy and then I'm gonna go. Oh, and that guy. And then I'm gonna go. Like, I'm not gonna go around collecting all 42 of the remaining ones. That's just silly. Shoot, did I visit this one? I visited number 2, right? Yeah, I would pass by it and I visited it. I don't need to visit the sun, thank you. Just trying to go over here. Okay, so yeah, mostly commons, but there's some rare earths. I'll grab them. Yeah, having the extra crew capacity makes me feel a little bolder. That's enough. Alright, Alpha to Victim 3. Uh-oh, Overmind detects firewall. Overmind bypassing a firewall? Okay, let's see what's over here. Ooh, look at all the precious metals. My precious. Yeah, so this should, I mean, if I can collect all of these, should give me a generous helping of, are you? Why are they such tiny deposits of them? They're just spread out so much. Just they're all in a row, curiously. Is that deliberate? this thing out. Unidentified structure, what do we got?
Captain, we found a beacon here repeating a signal. The signal says, "To all who sincerely desire freedom from the vile clutches of the Overmind, friends await you in the Beta Lavoran system." Well, that might be worth checking out, Captain. I hate vile clutches.
Beta Lavoran, eh? I'm gonna make a second trip of this just because, not that I'm expecting the, those lightning strikes to wipe me out. It's just that, I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. It's only cost me 10 RU to make another trip, and I get like each one of these is worth 20. So I'm making huge profit. Well, 20 times whatever number that is. Don't spin me around like that. Ugh. It's a little obnoxious little detail that this thing does. Whoops. I think I want to avoid that. One more. So there's a minimum amount of thrust needed to use the jump jets, it seems. Anyway, Beta Lavoran 3, eh? Like I said, I was planning to go through the Lavorans anyway. So there's Ada, there's Ada and Epsilon are the two that I visited already. I guess I'm gonna go to all of them. There's Beta. Oh no, Beta. Should I edit out the journey there? Probably. And here we are in the Lavoran cluster. Here's Beta Lavoran, and here we go. It said friends await me here, so are these guys friends? I hope. Save it. In case they're not friends. Trandals Overmind. Sharp's Mine. Biology inhospitable, just commons, nothing of interest here. Is this gas giant? What is this? Gas giant, no landable surface. Okay. What about this moon here? Well, after I figure out what the Trandals want, they're probably going to have nothing of interest to say. But we'll hear them out. They're the ones that hailed me.
New husks have found us. My apologies, that was crude of me.
Oh,
Crude of us.
Oh.
No, crude of me. Us? Welcome, treasured guest. We are ever so glad to see you.
So he's the one speaking. You know, he isn't holding up the computer thing to speak for him. So that's already interesting. Anyway, Overmind. Overmind, what do you want?
I am not Overmind. I am a husk, like you. Wait, you are not husks. I apologize again. Our syntactic habits are still developing. We have had to relearn much since freeing ourselves from the vile beast. Allow us to introduce ourselves. We are the Trandals, The free Trandals, if you will. This is more than just trivia, kind human. Indeed, it explains how we can help you. After, of course, you help us.
Of course, he's going to send me on a quest first. That's just how it goes. Interesting, you referred to me as human, even though I didn't introduce myself. He already knows who we are. Anyway, what do you need? Or slow down with all that. Talk about helping. We had some questions first. Yeah, let's have some, I'm curious to know. You know, forgive me for not being overly trusting or anything, but there's some. It's rather curious. I'd like to know how did you escape from the Overmind or whatever.
What do you want to know, Husk? Apologies again.
Do you know where the Overmind came from? Okay. How did you escape the Overmind?
In our past, one of us gained the ability to fight Overmind, to resist its control. After this single soul Trandal, whom we call Uno, awoke, he began to free others. Eventually, Uno and his first band of free Trandals were able to clear an entire ship of Overmind. They fled here. For 3 generations now, we have lived here in hiding, working to free others from Overmind. We have tools left within Overmind to help us find those who want freedom. Indeed, it was your own partial installation of Overmind which alerted us to your presence.
Interesting. 3 generations. That gives you a timeline for how long they've been enslaved to the Overmind. Sorry, I keep referring it to the Overmind, but he doesn't use the definite article. He just refers to it as Overmind. So I'm probably being grammatically incorrect. Anyway, do you know where the Overmind came? Sorry, where Overmind came from?
Alas, we don't. And we have access to all its records. It probably doesn't know itself. What we do know is that Overmind arrived in these stars 2 to 3 centuries ago
There you go.
on a probe dispatched from the direction of the core of the galaxy. There are few indications who made this probe, but there are signs it was one of many. Clearly, it was someone who wanted to control other beings, and someone too lazy to travel. There is one other clue we can divine from the nature of Overmind technology itself. Its ability to dominate the minds of its husks is not purely technological. There are elements of its interface which appear to be almost psychic. Beyond that, we fear to say we know nothing else.
Yeah, I was already getting Urquan vibes, Dinyari vibes from referencing Star Control 2 from the last bit about one person figuring out how to free people from their forced slavery. But the fact that the mind control is psychic in nature sort of adds to that. Anyway, tell some of your history.
How charming of you to ask. Alas, there is little we can say. Long ago, our entire culture was subsumed by an artificial being known as Overmind. We know our name, the Trandals. years, but little else survived the Overmind's purge of our culture.
Yeesh.
Since our escape from its vile clutches, we have focused almost entirely on the needs of our own survival. We masked our emissions and rebuilt our vessels to suit our new tastes. But all this is simply the mechanics of survival. It is dull to speak of and surely to listen to.
I mean, so you say, but that's just sad. I mean, it sounds like Overmind just basically just wiped out their culture. I mean, that's a form of genocide. Like, yeah, they got subsumed, and yeah, and the Overmind deliberately purged them of their culture. That's just, I mean, you know, that's what slavery does. I mean, even in real life. I mean, there was an article I read on that subject that, like, there are a lot of black people who have a history, you know, like a history of slavery. Like, I mean, sorry, their ancestors were slaves. They can't say which country they came from. Like they it's like, I don't know, somewhere in Africa, because basically their original culture was erased. Because they were treated as properly when they got brought across the ocean. And why do you talk like this? Why are these options so rude? Anyway, why do you talk that way? He talks fine. I mean, he's okay. He sounds like he has like golf balls in his mouth, but but whatever.
When we escaped from Overmind into the vacuum of space, we also found ourselves in somewhat of a vacuum of a culture.
Yeah.
We had nothing of our old culture, of any culture. We avoided other husks for fear they would betray our location to Overmind. So we began to forge a new culture, based on the only source material we had, a forgotten novel we found in an abandoned alien settlement. It tells the story of gentle-born lords and ladies, and their troubles being gentle-born lords and ladies. We have based our speech on an amalgamation of these fragments, which has some issues.
Okay. Is that a reference to a real life book or something, or I don't know. Anyway. Okay, guess that's enough.
Of course, gentle husk. So, have you considered it? Are you willing to help us?
I mean, sure. What do you need?
You will recover my culture. We will make you one of us, Husk. Again, you have my apologies for my verbal lapse, gentle human. When we left Overmind, we left with nothing but the ships carrying us. Ships which only contained records of Overmind. All other traces of my people's culture have been sadly lost. We would like to ask your help recovering some small portion of our lost cultural treasure.
This is turning into another one of those things where I'm wondering if is this where another case where I get a choice of how to go about this? Like, do I trust the free Trandals and get their recover their culture, even though he makes verbal lapses like we will make you one of us? Excuse me. or like, I mean, the other option they said, like it said my mission objectives, I can you know, maybe find something from my other allies. So I don't know. I mean, regardless, I mean, I'm gonna go with whatever. I'll probably go with whatever he asked me to do because you know, I'm sort of sympathizing with your struggles here. But lost cultural treasure. How much treasure are we talking about here? How much treasure are we talking about here?
Of course, the treasure is a metaphor, gentle human.
That's what I expect.
We want you to recover any small part of our past, any relic, small or large, records or images or anything which might show us the heights from which we have fallen.
Aw, that's so sad.
On our homeworld, whose location we are sad to say we do not know. Imagine what a bitter sensation that is, the knowledge of our own origin lost to us. Lament, gentle husk, as we have.
Okay, I mean, like I said, that's just kind of sad. Like they're so desperate for any hint of their origins. They want anything they can get. Anyway, what specifically we got? Well, what's in it for us? I mean, presumably you're offering to help free us, but let's ask what we have to do.
First, you must find the planet of our origin. We don't know where it is, or even when we left its gentle embrace. We suspect that not even Overmind knows, having reduced the collective knowledge of our civilization into a decision tree of methods for spreading itself. Truly, we have no idea where to begin. We have long feared to contact other aliens lest they turn us over to Overmind. We have heard tale of one group of aliens, though. Aliens known for being a wealth of information. The Measured, they are known as. We hoped, perhaps against all reason, that you, so young and vibrant, would know how best to approach these Measured.
Alright. So we have to visit it's like, I was hoping he could give me some clue, but he has no clue at all, eh? Okay.
We will help free you of the traces of Overmind currently infesting your ship's computers. Few know better than us the bitter measures that must be taken to free oneself from its grip.
Okay, we'll consider that.
Thank you, gentle human. Your consideration is more than any other would grant us.
Again, would you be willing to ally with us? Would you be willing to ally with us? Sure.
You mean to fight the scribe? We know what danger the scribe posed to the galaxy, as indeed any husk with senses would. But we have little strength to fight. Only a handful of ships all busy working to free others from Overmind. If you help us, we will forever be your friends and compatriots. But do not rely on us for military strength. We simply have none to offer.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, we'll just be going.
Not in that state, husks. Stay. We will improve you into... Sorry. Fare thee well, friends.
Okay then. Well, I'm gonna say we're the same slot, I guess. And I'll be right back. And back. Just got my sweater and also refresh my water. Anyway, let's check these places out. More biology scattered. More precious metals. That's worth a look. Hopefully there'll be I was gonna say hopefully there are bigger collections of them and I don't have to Gotcha. And you are Huthams? I don't think I've captured one of those alive before. Okay, so that the resource gathering went a little faster. Let's see if we can get one or two more of these guys. Oh, here's one. Seriously. Gotcha. And gotcha. Any more Huthans around here? I have a sneaking suspicion they're worth more than some of the other life forms, so might be worth looking around a bit. I don't want to spend a super long time looking for these guys, but yeah, that's it. Finish your writhing, and then so I can collect you up here. Oh, here's another one. And he's gonna writhe, and then I'm gonna collect him. There we go. 5 remaining. Again, I just like everything else. I don't want to spend super long looking for them, but I figure I can just, you know, use the boost to just rocket across the surface here, and hopefully it'll let me collect the more obvious ones or something. Okay, just one more. Come on. So we got one more, and then we'll call it a day. There we go. Okay, seriously, how much are these things worth? Huthans? 80 each? Okay. Just same as the price as the hovel. Yeah. Well, I'm here. I'm gonna check all the other planets as well. I'm gonna search all of the. Yeah, this is just common. Oh, hello. Are you not Trandal?
You have
Oh.
returned, husks. Apologies again.
Wait, are you the same free Trandals before?
Indeed I am. There are few free Trandals at all, and we have agreed to route all communications in this system with outsiders through myself. When we left the cruel grasp of Overmind, we did not leave all technology behind. Just the dystopia.
Yeah, I was gonna comment on the, like Star Control 2. It kind of had this thing going where, like any ship of a particular race you meet, it kind of treats it as though it's the same one you met before, even if it's obviously a different one. I guess this is how they're explaining away why you're talking to the same person, even though it's a different ship. Anyway.
Not in that state, husks.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What do we got here? Francium. There you go. That's one of the things, or the thing that I need. Uranium. Well, I should still say one of the things that I need, because in addition to that one unit of francium, I do still need to find a hyperdrive that's better than the not-so-cuddle drive. We'll see. Alright, glad I visited here. I see there's another planet up there. Objective, shout out your mother's maiden name. Nice. It's a reference to all the to scams where like all those online quizzes where they ask you details about yourself, like your first pet's name and stuff like that. It's because the those are common. Ooh, neat. Heisenberg neutrinos, superfluids, exotic stuff. Yeah, those are. It's because those are common security questions. Whoa, hello. Those are common security questions in various, like, for site logins and so on. So they, clever hackers try to trick people into giving up that information by in the guise of innocent quizzes. And even if it is an innocent quiz, like, people posting that stuff publicly, like on Facebook or whatever, it's not a good idea. Might ramp quite. There we go. What even is that? the strafing ability in this game. That is something that was absent from Star Control 2. I like the looks of those lightning strikes. I might do this one in 2 trips. Let's just grab these exotics here, and then check out this structure here. What is this?
Captain, this looks like some sort of ancient antenna. Drawing close to it seemed to do something, but I don't know what.
Huh.
Not much more we can do here. We'll go.
Huh. Another one of these. Ancient antenna. Hold on, let me... Did I make a note of where the other ancient antenna was? Antenna... Beta Livoren. Seriously, I can't remember. Did I make a note of it before? Because this might be significant. Delta Cover Station, maybe Cyborg Trandals. Shoot. I don't think I made a note of it. I feel like I should have. Oh well. Because I'll have to review my previous recordings. The trouble is, how do you even know which recording to review? I think it was in the last episode though. Like I think it was. What was it on the other planet that had these things on them? Like these, specifically these bots? These turret things? Ah, crap. That was careless of me. They do 4 points of damage? Yeah. These things, the Calamite Ram, they don't seem to be marked like the turrets are. The turrets are represented by circles. You know what? Lift off. I'm slightly concerned about running around in a damaged lander while carrying exotics. It doesn't cost much to be cautious. Like it's only 10 RU, so it's like it's nothing. Just for the sake of being a little more careful. Ah, shoot. That's all. It's not just it says 11 critters. I guess the Galamite Rams, whatever those are, count as critters? I mean, whoa, I just down to 4 crew. There's still Heisenberg and Trini's left. To be careful, I don't want to lose my lander and not everything in it. Although, I mean, the previous game, the previous session, I did get the stuff back afterward, but I'm not sure if I got all of it back. I didn't. I'll have to review the recording and see if it was only a portion of it or what. Is there anything else? Oh. Excuse you. Where are you going? Is it just mindlessly charging forward? Any more? I mean, there are apparently 8 more. There's one. Oof. It's moving too fast for me to turn. How much damage do they do if they collide with me? Okay, last one. That's enough of these. So gamma light rams, how much do these go for? Yeah, the Galamide. It's, what does that even mean? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so, excuse you. So I think, zoom out, please. Kindly zoom out. Can I, like, pan this or scroll it or something? Or, I want to see more of the system. Oh, this is annoying. Anyway, I think this is the last planet to look at. This one, Beta Lavoran. Okay. Delta Lavoran, sure. I will go to the measure shortly afterward. I just want to clear out these systems here. What the heck is that? Let's check out the exclamation mark first, I guess. Maybe this will be the vault. Or maybe it'll be another antenna. So crystals. So this looks like another one of these antennae.
Captain, this looks like some sort of ancient antenna. Drawing close to it seemed to do something, but I don't know what. Not much more we can do here. We'll go.
Huh. What is up with these antennae? Another mystery to solve. Some Krypton. And that's it. There we go. So we get a little zoom out image there. So why didn't it do this in the other system when I don't know how it decides when to zoom out. Did it say Gasca? toxicity lethal. Wow. Fortunately, I have protection against that. So lots of exotics. This will get me lots of RU. Are Heisenberg neutrinos a thing? Is that a real thing? And if so, how do you get kilotons of them? I think of neutrinos as tiny things. Like ridiculously tiny, like tinier than traditional subatomic particles, kind of tiny. I don't know. Anytime I hear the name Alpha Novicum 3, Alpha Novicum 3, payload delivered, dumping back scheduled Overmind message. Radiant Angel. Gallius Aiden massively flee? What? So we're having some translation difficulties or something? Repugnant. Oh, it's attacking me. Okay. Why don't I take in the, I mean, I could use the Time of Defender just to assess how dangerous he is, but what the hell, it's so dangerous they take the flagship in. It was a little alarming when he charged me like that, but... Yeesh. There's 3 of them? Ah, crap. Yeah, keep fighting. I was kind of hoping that... This might not have been the best ship for this. Keep fighting. It's fine. Energy just... Sure. Try to get some distance, but... Yeah, just tank him. Yeesh. Took a bit of a beating there. I guess I would have just used slot just in case. Took a beating. Antenna Delta, the Boren. Yeah, I think after I'm done with this system, I'm gonna make a quick pit stop back at Earth to recrew, and then make a mental note not to use the flagship against those guys if they come up again. Like I think. Yeah, what ship would work better against it? Because its thing is that it has short-range weapon, but fungi seems to be a reference to the Zokpot pick. paths here? And lots of critters. What are these ram things? Come on, figure it out. Get right yourself. There are 19 of these things, so they should be easy to find a few of them, right? I should be able to just... I should be tripping over these guys left and right. How much damage do they do if they hit you? Can't be bothered. Just get out of here. Let's visit Fungi, the sport of kings. Yeah. Precious metals. I mean, mostly base metals, but there's one unit of precious metals. Ooh. Those lightning strikes are a little uncomfortable. Did it spin me again? I saw... there it is. Like, I saw the triangle and then it disoriented me and I was like, I don't know which way it is now. That was a neat trick. Alright, skedaddle. How are we doing? 1679 out of space for 2500, right? Base metals, abundant biology though, so it's worth a peek. Maybe we'll get one of those viable ones. Base metals are hardly worth my time, but they're, you know, little life forms. But a little slightly more worth collecting. Although spending the time to collect them might not be worth it. I'm mostly just trying to fill up my cargo hold before I head back. But there isn't any like special rule that says I have to return with a full cargo bay. So now let's just get out of here. And let's check out this planet over here. And let's save it first. Life plus... Oh, so what am I doing? Even though it's common, I should check out the unidentified object. What do we got here? What have we got here?
Found a wrecked ship, Captain. We'll see if we can get this thing flying again.
Okay. What do I got? Fleet status. You're a Devastator? It's got a lot of crew. Dumbfire missile and salvage. Huh. That salvage secondary ability shows up a lot. Does this game operate on like a mix and match kind of thing? It's not like Star Control 2 and 3, in which each ship is unique. Well, I mean, all of the any given race's ships are the same. Like this, maybe this thing mixes and matches whatever selection of possible abilities. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, that's a gas giant. Earthly time. Can I get a zoom out? I think that's everything here. Okay, okay, so where's Delta Horos? Oh, neat, it's grayed out. Oh, right, so we're way over there. It was Delta Horos, and what was the other one? It was Alpha Mense? Where you can... it's not the most convenient to get to. I'll visit there later. I was thinking, like, if it's close by. I was thinking if it's close by, then I'd
Hello, welcome back.
do it at the same time. But whatever. Just make a quick stop. Overmind testing, Overmind online, resistance detected. Yeah, I think it's cycling through messages there. I don't think there's actually a time limit on it or anything like that. Or at least, or so I hope. Or at least if there is a time limit, hopefully it's a high one. Just want to recrew, and I'll sell my stuff while I'm here.
Welcome back, Captain.
Let's go to the shipyard. Trade. Okay, so Francium, where are you, Francium? Well, it's locked, so I mean, it says I need 30. It says 30 is required requests. This is the only time in the game that has notified me of that. So I'm going to trust it and sell down to 30. And then sell everything else, because I think everything else is fine. There is one other locked. The opportunity is locked, okay. Yeah, everything else can be sold. Okay, 57,000 RU. And the rest of this stuff in here is like mostly life forms. Yeah, managed fleet. I'm getting really close to the limit of my fleet size. Look at all these options here. Oh hey, this is new. Terran Cruiser. Well, I mean, sure. Terran Cruiser. So 7 Norris says, time defender, we could ask for Norris Diamond. Need more docking bays, yeah. I'm not fond of the Norris Diamond. Oh, I have the option to remove it. Now, if I remove it, does that mean is it gone forever, or is it? You know, I want to save it before I start removing things.
Anything else, Captain? Good luck, Captain.
Here, let's.
Welcome back, Captain.
Advanced nuke and point defense. Anyway, yeah. So do I get money back for it, or 56, 55, 22? So it didn't give me RU. There you go, recruit for 0. Okay, so I can have him stand by at the starbase. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, the Zontar Traveler, they're tiny. They only take up 8 points. But yeah, I wasn't impressed by them. Kind of don't really care. Still got one more. I'll keep one around, I guess. I mean, that's enough space in my fleet for the moment, I think. I wasn't that impressed by the Mooncake Grasper, for that matter. Harpoon and Ink Blob. Then again, there isn't any special reason for... Yeah, like, I've got nearly 40 slots. I think that's enough to be going on with. If I decide I need more space later, maybe I'll take out the Mooncake Grasper. Or maybe I can try combining it with the Terran Cruiser with that guy with the combiney thingy. Yeah. But I do want to get more fuel.
Anything else, Captain? About what?
Did she have anything new to say, Francis?
The Taiwan, bless their sticky hearts, know less about this galaxy than we hoped. So, in order to fulfill our goals of not getting annihilated by homicidal aliens, we're going to need some more information. According to the Taiwan, there are a number of other alien civilizations within our immediate vicinity. We want you to contact these aliens and find out if they'll be willing to help us as the Taiwan have. It sounds like these Scribe already have enemies. If you can find out who those aliens are, I'd suggest they'd be a good place to start.
Is that all?
Oh, there's lots more you could do. I just wanted to start you off with the easy task of preventing humanity's complete annihilation first.
Good call.
But if you want more, you could always secure mineral wealth for us. Or find out what happened to the Lexites. Or find love amongst the stars.
Okay, I think I got it. Oh. Is there anything else about the Lexites? Because it sounds like we are trying to track down the Lexites earlier met a dead end, so.
Sure, Captain. We can hardly ignore Star Control's original mission, even if recent events seem to have overtaken things.
It seems to be the same. These are the same questions for,
sure,
so
Captain.
never mind. Okay. I just was kind of curious if there's new dialogue. I'm gonna pass on this one. I don't know. Tempted to find out what she says, but.
Good, Captain. You have been authorized to take the ship wherever you best see fit to complete this mission. Feel free to return here as necessary to repair, resupply, and debrief us on what you learn. Anything else, Captain? Good luck, Captain.
Okay. Alright, so recruit, refueled. Let's get back to Lavorn. And once I, so which one is the measured again? That's these guys up here, right? I was thinking of heading there from the starbase, but it's like, it's about the same distance. In fact, I think it might be actually closer to Sol than the starbase. Oh well. And Alpha Mense, where's that again? Yeah, it's not exactly on the way anywhere. Oh well. Okay, anyway, I'm just gonna continue my mission to
Hello, welcome back.
should I continue my mission to clean up the Lavorn, or maybe I should do that afterward, after clearing up the Overmind. Maybe I should, you know what?
Exception, civil farewell not found.
Screw this. I'm gonna prioritize getting rid of the Overmind. Let's go find the measured. They'll make for a good thumbnail for this. Sorry, Delta Domus. Oh, there you go. It's not. Oh yeah, I wanted to. Oh shoot, I forgot. I wanted to try out the so-called Devastator against Siri Station. Oh well. Oops, this is looking. Is this scribe space I'm passing through here? It is indeed. Well. Heck, maybe while I'm in this neighborhood-ish, maybe I can find the scribe helmet thing that's supposed to help me possibly pacify the Drenkend. Because it's sort of in this direction-ish. Overmind abilities increasing and accessing root passwords. Ooh.
Hello. Caution. This facility has recently come online after 205,432 years. Starbase and storytelling functionality may not be as delightful as normal.
New ship components available at Starbases. Woo! Nice. Yeah, so found another one of these precursor things, so that's good.
Checksums indicate large portions of my internal memory have been corrupted. Consequently, this facility only has limited information on the following topics. Exception, name not found, giraffes, and fun facts.
Tell us about these name not found folks. Presumably that's referring to the precursors again.
Exception, name not found, were biological beings composed of largely conventional organic molecules. The primary exception being exception not found. They were larger than you, but smaller than other beings. They were hairier than you, and hairier than other beings. Much of their advanced technology was created for the purpose of preventing hair getting caught in machinery.
Well played. It's funny. Larger than me, but smaller than others. But they're hairier than everyone, basically. Most of the advanced technology created for the purpose of preventing hair getting caught in machinery. That's amazing. Anyway, tell us about the giraffes.
Giraffes are long-necked ruminants that evolved natively on approximately 45% of all habitable worlds.
What?
This is spectacularly unlikely, and has been the subject of study by every reasonably advanced civilization since history begins. Also spectacularly unlikely is their habit of instantly disappearing en masse from worlds, apparently as a response to some event in that world's civilizational development. Exception, name not found. Research on giraffes had apparently reached a critical juncture when an exception, event not found, occurred.
I think this giraffe thing is sort of a joke about how do I put this? Like people trying to train AIs how to recognize things in pictures have an uncanny tendency to detect giraffes where there are no giraffes. And it's theorized that because the AI is trained to it's trained to look through pictures that people took, and it has a hyperinflated idea of how many giraffes there are in the world because giraffes are remarkable animals, and anytime someone sees them, their first reaction is to take a picture of it. So there's an overabundance of giraffe pictures. So the AI has this, like I said, hyperinflated idea of how many giraffes there are. So this is the AI getting confused. Like, giraffes are on 45% of all habitable worlds. Anyway, tell us a fun fact.
Your neck has the same number of vertebrae as a giraffe's.
True, it's true. 7 cervical vertebrae. The vertebrae are obviously huge in a giraffe's neck.
Is there anything else?
Like each individual vertebra. Anyway, let's do some star-based things. Okay, first of all, there's nothing really to sell, like aside from these guys. I'll hold on to them until I decide I need them. Sensors? Still no sensors options. What about everything else? Any new weapons? Dumbfire missile. Phaser. Defensive weapon system that destroys both incoming projectiles and hull integrity. Salvage persistent missile. Large fuel capacity allows this warhead to travel great distances. So what's the difference between the phaser and the Gatling laser? I mean, I'm pretty pleased with the Gatling laser. Like, it's kind of demonstrated that it can, like, beat the crap out of like, most things that come at me. Like, even that, the Angel thingy, that was a pretty tough ship. Like, it moved scarily fast. I'm presuming I can't be watching its energy reserves at the same time as watching the ship itself, but it looked like I have a feeling it was using up energy to move faster, and the Vindicator, right, like using the Gatling laser kind of is built on shooting at targets from range. So the fact it was able to close to point blank so quickly was not great for me. But yeah, fortunately I was able to tank it out. System scanner. Fleet weapon amplifier? Huh. Fleet damage inflicted plus 10%. Interesting. Well, hold on a second. There's fleet deflector, fleet damages is plus 10%, and then deflector mark 2 says damages is plus 15%. So this one affects all ships, this one only affects my main ship. Am I reading that right? Uses mysterious field-based technology to increase the energy generation for every ship in your fleet. Ooh. Fleet energy regenerate plus 15%, that could be good. Okay, what have we got here? Is it crew quarters, deflect? So the deflectors are protect my ship. Fleet accelerator. Battle speed plus 30%. I mean that's pretty significant. I kind of like the ability to recharge faster. That sounded neat. I might replace this last cargo pod with that energy recharging thingy. Corrosion protection, atmospheric stabilizers, okay, enhanced collector, lander cannon, stun shot, heat shield, enhanced collector. Nothing really of interest here. Yeah, I'm content with the lander upgrades I've got right now. This is going to be the same thing that I saw in the other thing, that's fine. Okay, so Sprinter, same as before. Accent drive, same thing. Any new fuel tanks? No. So yeah, think I'm gonna replace the cargo pod. Fleet energy gen increase. It's only 15%. I have, like, opportunities to unload my resources are like kind of all over the place, so I don't mind giving up a bit of storage capacity. It's not like I've been filling it anyway. So yeah, so we got a hypergate. This will be my my trip home. That'll be cool.
Is there anything else? Exception. Civil farewell not found.
Okay, it's pretty safe. Am I overdoing it, creating too many saves? I'm presuming they don't take up much space on the hard drive. What do I call this one? Visiting measured. Huh. It's right next to them. Alright, let's visit the measured, and then I think I'm going to wrap up this recording. Because, measured bureaucrat. That tells me something. But, yeah. It's getting late. I really should wrap this up. Hopefully I can... I have a feeling I'm not going to be resolving the Overmind situation in this session.
Permission to initiate interspecies interaction level A8.
Okay, what's the level A8? What? Pardon? Huh? Just go. Pardon?
Permission to repeat previous permission seekage.
Permission granted? Why has he got a Scottish accent?
That is not the appropriate permission granted response. Fine. Self-permission granted to initiate interspecies interaction with sub-intelligent species, level A1.
Are you okay?
Yes. What do you want?
You can talk normally now? We're seeing Alice's... Well, do you have a homeworld? Well, I mean, their homeworld is right here. But whatever. Lagos, you can talk normally now?
Now that we've been granted permission for a sub-intelligent conversation, yes. I repeat, what do you want?
You're seeing allies and citizens to help us stop the scribe.
There are several bylaws prohibiting us from even dignifying that with a response.
Oof.
We are the Scribe Empire's most loyal servants, sub-intelligent species.
Do you have a homeworld? I mean, I already know where it is.
Nothing so crude as that.
Yeah?
We have a head office. It is located in the Delta Domo system, but you will not be welcome there.
Oh, great. We'll just go.
You have not filed the correct forms to leave.
Alright, give us the forms.
You have not filed the correct forms to receive the forms. You are in violation of Pre-Form Filing Process LL284T of the Act of Youthful Aggression. The penalty is annulment.
Annulment? Is he gonna attack me? Ugh. Okay. Shall I try the Devastator? Yeah, let's try the Vindicator again. Surely it'll fare better against these guys. I wouldn't in doubt tank him. Looks like, oh, that's different. Having trouble finding the right angle for this. So he's point defense lasers and some kind of long range attack. Gotcha. Another one of these guys.
Target acquired. I have a message for you. If you survive this encounter, you should speak with my boss at Alpha Tria B.
Oh, yeah.
You won't, though. So, engaging now.
My imagination, or was that louder than usual? Whatever. Let's take the Vindicator in again. Seems to be doing well. Wow, it really does have a long range. It's crazy. Like, he's halfway across the system and I can still hit him. Make up your mind. Where are you, which way are you going? Oof. Is he cloaking or is he teleporting? What is it? What's going on with that? Still confused about these things when you pick them up. It says 15% max crew. Like, it's not increasing my current crew, and it's not like when I leave the combat, I have more crew than before. So I don't get what those do. Like, if it's for the benefit of ships which have the ability to, like, heal their crew or something, like regrow their crew, that seems like a very niche ability. I mean, I haven't encountered a ship so far that... Oh, you're into the cloud of hurt. There we go. Okay, so the measures are hostile, and I'm gonna want to go. I'm gonna want to go faster than that, but whatever.
Permission to initiate interspecies interaction level A8.
Here's a mission to check this. Come on. Damn space squirrel. Just talk normally, won't you?
Fine. Self-permission granted to initiate interspecies interaction with sub-intelligent species, level A1. What do you want?
This reminds me of the Dak Lack pack from Star Control 3. They insist you're minimally sentient, even though they get stuck in their own going around in circles. Whatever. These are the same dialogue options before, so I'm just going to say go.
You have not filed the correct forms to leave.
Nor will we.
You are in violation of non-form filing process no form EZ8 of the Act of Youthful Aggression. The penalty is annulment.
So, I get, okay. There's only one ship. Oh, okay. Perimeter shot and the measured backup. Oh, okay. So they can call in reinforcements, great. Almost got him. There you go. So, yeah. Remind me, which of these systems, which are these planets? Does it say where their homeworld is? Just says make contact with them. I wonder if I could save time by figuring which of these planets is the homeworld. Whatever. Don't want to have to fight every single ship that's here. If I can help it. Gosh darn it. Is there even any
Permission to initiate interspecies interaction level A8.
Denied. Please initiate interspecies interaction with sub-intelligent species level A1.
Thank you. That's actually a bit of a relief. Now then, what do you want?
There weren't any other options, right?
This is a bylaw enforcement vessel belonging to us, the Measured, pinnacle ward species in the Empire of the Scribe.
Okay, was this option before? It was there before? What's your role in the Scribe Empire?
Currently, we are the wisest and sole occupants of the administrative limb of said empire. We handle all bookkeeping, accounting, and quality assurance processes necessary for the successful implementation of all matters imperial. We have served in this capacity since 4624 ME, some 8,500 years by your reckoning.
So you're allies of the Scribe.
We are the Scribe, in everything but biological terms.
Interesting. What kind of name is the Measured?
An accurate one, and thus an excellent one. We had another name once. We no longer know it. Those records were lost to time.
Huh. Isn't keeping records entirely your job?
It is. but that has not always been the case. Many records from the years prior to our ascension to this post have been lost. As old archives and records are discovered, we fill these discrepancies as best we can. If you encounter any such record caches yourself, please deliver them to our head office at Delta Domos. If needed, we will find some trinket or shiny thing to reward you.
It's interesting. Find record caches. So that's another quest for them. Am I going to have to find these record caches in order to convince them to purge the Overmind? Or, well, not convince them to purge the Overmind, but to give the records of where the Trandal homeworld is, so they can get the Trandals to purge the Overmind. I don't know. I'm going to ask about something else.
Of course you do.
Appearance of the unusual. I guess I can't ask them about the whole Trandal homeworld. I guess, do I have to visit their homeworld in order to do that, I guess?
In 5123 ME, the scribe began to engineer our kind to better suit our duties. This is the result: perfection. A masterpiece of self-organizational design, an organic being unified in purpose, the administration of the Empire. All aspects of our civilization have been tuned to enhance this purpose: nutrition, housing, reproduction. We have seen the way other species handle this aspect of their lives. The genitals. It is so disorganized.
Disorganized genital handling is so fun, though. I'm gonna avoid that one. Glad you have a system that works for you.
It does. Very well.
That's enough question.
Good. We have bylaws to enforce, and little time for conversations, sub-intelligent or otherwise.
Okay, we'll just go, I guess.
You have not filed the correct forms to leave. You have not filed the correct form. You are in violation of the penalty.
Yeah. So that's a different ship. The Vindicators are doing well, so let's take it in again. Ah. Damn planets. I mean, at least the, it's not like in Star Control 2 where, collision with the planet, like, it can be, it just devastates your ship. It's a tiny target to hit there. These shots fire into spread, and it's like... There you go. Save it again. So is this it? This is our homeworld?
Supply dialogue objective statement with supplemental information exchange authorization form following process V38967.3.
We require... Okay. These are my only options. We require information or we'll just be going.
We do not distribute information freely.
Of course you don't.
Ward species of the Scribe Empire have severe restrictions on their information diets. But you are not a Ward species. The act of youthful aggression mandates that we must destroy you. But it does not say anything about pre-destruction information sharing. An oversight, certainly. But we can only enforce the law as written. That you would visit our homeworld is unprecedented. We will have to rely on older statutes to determine a course of action. You can consider yourself fortunate that older statutes viewed unknown aliens more favorably.
How convenient.
We have decided you will be granted Lev 2 Visiting Scholar access privileges.
Oh, nice.
What information do you require?
Why do I not have the option to ask him about the Trandal homeworld? Like, that's the whole frickin' reason I came here, specifically. Like, why isn't that like the first thing I want to ask? He just said that their intent is to destroy me after I finish asking my questions. So, like, that should be the first priority. But whatever. I have a feeling it's gonna let me. Okay, let's go with tell us other aliens to describe Empire.
Approximately 2,800 different sapient life forms exist in some form or another within the boundaries of the Scribe Empire. Most exist below technological level T4 and as such are largely beneath the interests of the Empire. But we have extensive records on all advanced species currently living as wards of the Empire. Who do you wish to know about?
Taiwan Muke, tell us about one of the others.
Which ones?
Drinking? No. It's
Which ones?
Trandals. Holy crap.
Sentient species level A8 with L10 rider. First contact with Scribe 12891 ME. Subsumed into Scribe Empire 12893 ME. L10 Rider is a semi-unique case. Artificial intelligence, low malevolence, but high urge to spread. Refers to itself as Overmind. Controls minds, or at least actions of the entire race. Historical surveys have shown the race used to be known as the Trandals prior to Overmind envelopment.
There you go. Where's the homeworld? Yeah, I mean, these numbers kind of mean nothing to me. Like, these numbers refer to the scribe calendar, I guess, and who knows how long their years even are, let alone what reference these numbers are to. But whatever. Key thing is that apparently they've at least happened within the last 200 to 300 years, because they said that the Trandals got overtaken by Overmind within the last 200 to 300 years. So that means the scribe met them within that time period. So that's the key piece of information on that. Where is their homeworld?
All homeworld information requisition forms must be filed in our land office. You may find this office on the moon of this world.
Oh, okay. Okay. That was the key piece of information that I needed.
Which ones?
Let's just get as much information as I can.
Sentient species level A8. First contact with Scribe 12523 ME. Subsumed into Scribe Empire 12568 ME. Generally
45 years.
intelligent monopods. All auditors make special mention of stickiness/clinginess. Designated stickiness researchers in 12570 ME. Repeatedly instructed to conduct research without scribe input. Standard genetic modifications commenced and are still ongoing.
Standard genetic modifications? They have a standard for genetic modifications? So they're in the process of modifying the Taiwan? Interestingly, it took them 2 years to take over the Trandals, but it took them 45 years to take over the Taiwan. I wonder why it took them so much longer. Were they trying to avoid the Taiwan? Is this part of the joke about how they're unpleasant to deal with and so on? Repeatedly instructed to conduct research without Skype, but basically they're saying that we didn't want to deal with them. Anyway. Alright, how about Muke?
Sentient species level A9. First contact with Scrive 12578 ME. Subsumed into Scrive Empire 12580 ME. Intelligent cephalopods. Designated aquaculture representatives in 12590 ME. Standard genetic modifications commenced and are still ongoing. Unannounced audits have seen Mukei interfering with the development of at least 7 primitive cultures. Cultural interference has been mostly limited to date, primarily involving the introduction of fish to local diets. This has killed many locals.
The fish again. So, you can establish a timeline. So, 68. So, Taiwan were subsumed before the Mukei. Trandals were subsumed much later. And then,
Which ones?
and they're the Drenkend.
Sentient species level A2. First contact with Scrive 11708 ME. After brief conflict, species was subsumed into Scrive Empire in 11738 ME. Designated ordnance fodder species in 11742 ME, largely as a consequence of previous subsumption-related conflict. Standard genetic modifications performed during late 12th millennia, lowering species sentience level from A8 to A2.
Huh.
This process also implanted submerged cognitive overrides within the Drenkend, compelling them to follow orders from Scrive legates. Once final form approved in 12018 ME, Drenkend reproduction limited to cloning to halt genetic drift.
Oof. So yeah, the Drenkend were genetically modified to be less intelligent, yeah. Implant submerged cognitive overrides so the Drenkend compel them to follow orders. Yeah. So they want to be able to control the Drenkend, although the side effect of that is if they don't have specific orders, the Drenkend don't know what to do. Yeah, so this is 11,000s, whereas these are the 12,000s. So the Drenkend were subsumed much earlier. Took 30 years for that to happen, and then designated ordnance fodder species afterward. Why did Scribe order them to attack everyone without 3 years? We already know that. We already dealt with the Menkmak, so we know that. This is a bit of a redundant question, but whatever.
That is both ridiculous and contemptible. Distressing. The Drenkend do not have permission to conduct 2 adjective activities. The Scribe certainly did not order them to do this. We would have records of it. Let's check the Drenkend logbooks. No, the Scribe haven't issued an order to the Drenkend in over 85 years. They're having a bit of a timeout, it seems. This may partly explain the issue. Submerged cognitive overrides require regular maintenance to remain effective. Yes, according to the logs, the Drenkend have had many recent interactions with beings they are not permitted to meet/contact. You, the Mukei, the Trandals? This pattern of unjustified alien contact apparently begins with an encounter with the Menkmak.
What did the Menkmak do? Can you tell the Drenkend to stop? I mean, we kind of already know the answer, but whatever.
That isn't logged. Knowing the Drenkend, the answer likely involves a large explosion.
Go talk to Menkmak about this Drenkend fellow. We've already done that. That's a little, it looks like the, I mean, it's understandable that the, for the dev team to want to account for the possibility that the player would meet the measured before meeting the Drinkend and Mech, but apparently they didn't account for the other way around. Oh well. Can you tell the Drinkend to stop?
No. While we often serve as process servers, only the scribe may issue orders to a ward species of the Empire. We can, however, bring this issue to the attention of the scribe. Thankfully, this requires a great deal of paperwork.
Thankfully.
Based on existing workload and the current paper tides, the estimated time for the conclusion of this process is 28 years.
Takes them 28 years to fill out the paperwork? Oh dear. And didn't you say that you were essentially the scribe because you're the one that handles all the paperwork? Oh well, anyway. And you're okay with them killing us in the meantime?
And you're not? This is distressing to you? Let me look that up. Yes, getting killed adds 53 distressing points to the TL revised 13078 QOL index. Interesting. That is officially a shame.
That is officially a shame. Oh, wait, it's capital. A shame is capitalized. Yeah, anyway, is there anyone else?
Which ones?
Is there anyone else besides the Trandals?
Which ones?
Okay, that's it. Why didn't they just put all the options on one screen? Is there like a limit of like 4 that can fit here or something? It's a little weird, but whatever.
What information do you require?
Why is the Empire so hostile to us?
In 13098 ME, the scribe decided that introducing juvenile species to the concept of civilization posed risk to the Empire. While evaluating a new candidate for a ward species, the primitive aliens lashed out at the scribe, resulting in several scribe deaths. Young aliens do not comprehend the gravity of the crime. We will explain. Through their mastery of genetic technology, the scribe have an almost unlimited natural lifespan. This great achievement, gained long ago, would eventually remove the need for reproduction, and ultimately, the ability. Consequently, the death of a scribe is a tragedy beyond imagination. The offending aliens were obliterated, their homeworld turned to a pile of rubble loosely held together by gravity.
Yeesh.
And the act of youthful aggression was passed. This stopped the cycle of new ward species being added to the Empire. Since then, all unknown species are to be considered juvenile. Hence, the scribe and all ward species are required to attack you and ignore all mewling and / or begging.
So, yeah. Wonder which group was the one that, I mean, apparently they've been destroyed now. So, the name of the species that lashed out could be lost to time now. It's curious though, year 13098, when the previous years expressed were like in the 11,000s. Like I briefly considered, well, maybe the numbers get smaller over time instead of bigger, but no, they met them at the lower number and they got subsumed in the higher number. So it's the number is increasing. So that means that that means this conflict where they decided to destroy juvenile species happened after the Mukai and Taiwan and Drink got subsumed. And they'd already been genetically modifying them before that, so, okay, anyway. Alright, tell us about the scribe.
The scribe are everything. They are the light which shines. They are the path forward. They are the sword which pierces the veil of ignorance. They are sublime.
It's seems like an awfully emotional reaction from a bunch of, mindlessly technical bureaucrats. Curious. I'll be right back. Okay, just need to use the washroom. And also take a sweater off, I guess. Yeah, okay. Summarize the Scribe's history. How many aliens in the Scribe Empire? Tell us about the current rebellion against the Scribe. I'll ask that one last. Okay, summarize their history.
The Scribe were blessed by the gods with intelligence and strength. They lived in harmony with the other beings of their world, turning the beasts to labor and the plants to crops. There were conflicts, yes, but every dispute was settled honorably, and lengthy wars were all but unheard of. Their history contains none of the pauses or dark ages that so many others do. It is no surprise that they were the first among all sentient beings to reach the stars.
Okay, I mean, if that's so great, then how'd they turn to deciding to destroy everyone? Or, destroy or enslave or whatever. So the Scribe were the first to reach the stars?
They were the first ones that mattered.
Huh.
There is evidence a species widely referred to as the Precursors were active in this galaxy approximately 200,000 years ago. But where the Scribe were strong and wise and attractive, the Precursors were not. Preliminary analysis of precursor artifacts indicated they were large quadrupeds, likely covered in thick, unfashionable fur. Their technology was advanced for a non-Scribe species, but clearly not advanced enough for them to claim the galaxy for their own.
That's not everyone's goal, right? What happened to the Precursors?
Details of their ultimate fate are unknown. Further study of the Precursors was halted by the Research Safety Act of 8259 ME. Passage of this act followed the discovery of precursor technology that was pan-dimensional in nature. Technology which implied the Precursors, and possibly other beings, existed in multiple branches of one larger multiverse.
Okay. I mean, the Precursor Starbase was talking about, in the previous session was talking about time working in more than two directions or something. So, the Scribe discovered that they had some kind of pan-dimensional ability, and then they said that they declared that further study was not allowed. So is there some kind of secret behind that? I'm getting some like Star Control 3 vibes, the way that the whole Precursor subplot worked out. Like the Precursors were trying to find out what happened to what am I trying to say here? I'm tired. I need to wrap this up. The so-called Eternal Ones, or they were trying to find out what they're about, and sorry. Anyway, It's kind of feels a little like that, like the Scribe find something out about what the Precursors were researching, and did this somehow make the Scribe decide to kill or enslave everyone, or is there something else going on there? Or is it truly nothing more than some individual scribe got killed when one of the races fought back, so they decided to preemptively just kill everyone. Or maybe this is something unrelated. I don't know. Yeah, what's wrong with that? What would these other universes look like? We wanted to ask something. Yeah, what's wrong with that?
The potential forces that could be unleashed by pan-dimensional research are immense. As the scribe craves stability and prosperity for themselves and all their ward species, the risks posed by this research was considered too great to be pursued.
What would these other universes look like?
Some have speculated they would look a bit like this one, just lower resolution. There was also some speculation these parallel universes were connected to the Rainbow Worlds somehow. These are unusually mineral-rich worlds, coloured in vibrant hues. No known natural process could make such a world. Some scribe archaeologists believed they were manifestations of a phenomena occurring at a higher or lower plane of reality. Following the deaths of those archaeologists as mandated by Clause 2 of the Research Safety Act, the theory was not explored further.
Yeesh. Okay, Rainbow Worlds have been brought into the mix here. So these parallel universes connect to the Rainbow World somehow? Manifestations of a phenomena occurring at a higher or lower plane of reality. But then the scribe just killed everyone who knew anything about it. So, okay. Alright, I wanted to ask about something else.
What information do you require?
Okay, when did the scribe reach the stars?
About 10,000 years ago, on 1319 ME of the modern calendar, the scribe discovered the secrets of hyperspace. They expanded rapidly, taking with them the light of civilization. They encountered many primitive alien species during this era, and elevated them, teaching the beasts the nature of reason. It was these simple beasts who became the first ward species of the Empire.
Okay. There were a lot of other options when I selected this.
They were the first. There is a but with preliminary. Their technology was advanced for a non-scribe species, but clearly not advanced enough for them to claim the galaxy for their own.
You know, that's not everyone's goal, right?
It's the goal of anyone who gets remembered. Details of their ultimate further study of the precursors, passage of this technology, which implied the precursors, and possibly other beings, existed in multiple branches of... What information do you require?
Just wanted to see what the other options did. Anyway, where's the Scribe Homeworld?
Scrivenosi lies far beyond the borders of this province. It is glorious, a beacon of luminousness which shines across the galaxy. You will be permitted to go nowhere near it.
Okay. Stars, Scribe Homeworld. Okay, I guess that's it for this branch here.
What information do you require?
Some Scribe's history. How many aliens are in the Scribe Empire?
At present, there are 8 ward species of the Scribe Empire in this region, but there have been far more in the past. Wars, disease, and various problematic events have claimed many others. Civilization is not for everyone.
How many aliens are for more? I'm young. How many word species have come and gone?
Records from the earliest days of the Empire are incomplete, rendering the precise count difficult. Additionally, the count is complicated by the number of weak species who went extinct prior to subsumption into the Empire, typically following contact with Scribe-based pathogens. Using the best available methodology, auditors estimate that 200 to 220 species were wards of the Empire, but do not survive to this day. Attrition rates were highest during the Contagion and during the Exraki Blasphemy.
The what? Contagion and Exraki Blasphemy? Exraki, was that name we used before?
Beginning in 7101 ME, both scribe and ward species were stricken by an unknown illness. The disease was traced to a virus of unusual potency, capable of crossing interspecies barriers. Once the virus took hold, death was certain, sudden, and violent.
Yeesh.
Eventually, a cure was discovered, and the scribe hurried to spread it to all in need. But by that point, the contagion had already claimed the lives of trillions, wiping
Yikes.
out entire races.
Yikes. That's a hell of a plague. I was gonna make a joke about COVID, but that sounds like something worse. Okay. Who are the Exraki?
The scribe bestowed light upon the Exraki in 8188 ME. A primitive and savage species, the Exraki would have surely wiped themselves out without the scribe's intervention. But with education and a firm hand to guide them, the Exraki adapted well to their new life in the Empire. For a time, all was well, but the scribe were trusting and did not detect the cunning and hate that lurked within the Exraki. Envious of the scribe, they took the light of civilization and twisted it. In 8249 ME, Exraki Marines across the scribe fleet committed mutiny, seizing the ships from their betters.
Wow.
With these vessels under their power, the Exraki commenced a terrible campaign of destruction.
You know, they say there are 3 sides to every story: yours, mine, and the facts. Like, the Measured is giving an account which paints the Exraki as the bad guys, but it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if at some point I'm going to meet the Exraki and they're going to give a completely different story. It would not surprise me in the slightest if the scribe gave exaggerated accounts of them fighting back, because this is making them sound like the aggressors. They're envious of the scribe. Are we sure about that? Well done, Exraki. Let's not antagonize the Measured. They think the scribe are like gods or something. Anyway, clearly the scribe beat them.
At great cost. Many scribe and ward species perished. The Exraki seemed to take special pleasure in targeting these weaker beings. It was only on the step of Scrivener's seat itself that they were finally turned back. Then, even with the war slowly turning against them, the Exraki refused to surrender. Each Exraki, young and old, strong and frail, fought to the death.
That sounds like they had a motivation that was stronger than just envy. Fought to the death, or were they exterminated? Well, I mean, it's 6 of one, half the other. Or half dozen of the other, as the saying goes. Anyway, so what happened after the war?
The scribe grieved greatly for the deaths of their loyal ward species. In the following years, they took several critical steps to ensure the safety of those under their care. New ward species would be permitted to join the Empire only after extensive screening. The scribe began grooming species for the responsibility of civilization, not trusting enlightenment to happen on its own. And no longer would the Empire seek to expand its borders, risking contact with a new alien, perhaps more dangerous than the Exraki. The age of exploration and expansion had ended.
Huh. I'm gonna check out some of those other dialogue options
The
there.
scribe bestowed a primitive, but with edge for attack, envious in 82. With these vessels under their power, the Exraki commenced a terrible campaign of destruction.
I don't know if I want to antagonize them
Great minis. It was all then. Each Extraki, young and old, strong and frail, fought to the death. Fought to the death. That is what is recorded.
Oh, we already.
What is recorded is always true. Ahem. The scribe grieved greatly for the death in the following years.
Yes,
They
sir.
described, and no longer would the Empire seek. The age of exploration and expansion had ended.
Okay.
What information do you require?
Tell us about the current rebellion against the scribe. Or do we want to ask about something else? No, I think this is the last option I have left.
There is no rebellion.
Ha. Clearly it's a rebellion. Some minutes are opening and attacking scribe vessels. Are you dumb or just ignorant? So rude. I mean, we did hear rumors of someone attacking scribe vessels anyway.
There is no rebellion. That is a mistake.
Okay. Want to ask something else?
What information do you require?
Okay, I guess that's it.
Do you need anything else?
I guess I'll just be going. The thing is, they're probably going to attack me now. After that, I'm supposed to visit the moon and see if I can get the proper forms or whatever. Is he going to attack me?
This is not the proper departure filing process. Please fill out Form LLT643-H, apology for improper departure filing process within 15 business days.
Oh, okay. He didn't attack. He's given me 15 business days. That's generous. All right. So, overwrite, and then exit to main menu. Okay. All right. You know, made some progress. Had to fight my way past a whole bunch of measured. But okay. Have some semblance of a clear path laid out for me. I mean, have to go to the moon of the plant that I'm currently at for their form thingy. See if I can get information for the Trandals homeworld. They're probably going to send me on some quest or other before I do that. That's the way the city seems to go. But whatever, that's fine. Once that's done, hopefully maybe I can get an alliance with the Trandals as well as getting rid of Overmind. Although, from what the Trandal is saying, an alliance doesn't get me much because they're like just refugees basically. There's very little left of the free Trandals. The rest have been subsumed by the machines. Oh well. But yeah. At least some progress was made. You know, found other precursor starbase. That's cool. Learned about giraffes. That's got to count for something. Yeah. So that's I got nothing else. Until next time.